Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're cutting right through the noise, zeroing in on the really big stuff from the AI Daily News Digest for June 27th, 2025. Our goal here is pretty simple. Pull out the key insights, the important bits from the latest in AI, and basically give you a shortcut to knowing what really matters.
Yeah, things are moving so fast. And today's news, well, it includes some really key announcements, stuff that could, genuinely change how we use AI, how we build it. We're going to look at a maybe surprising OpenAI move, a big release from Google, a new player in image editing, and some pretty interesting hiring news from Meta.
Okay, let's dive into that first one, OpenAI. So while maybe some folks were looking elsewhere, OpenAI sort of quietly dropped this deep research API. Sounds low-key, but you're saying it's got huge implications.
Exactly. I didn't come with like a massive press tour, but the power under the hood here is pretty striking. We're talking about the new O3 deep research and a 4 mini deep research models. And the word is these are arguably the most powerful LLMs out there right now, specifically for powering AI agents.
Okay, so agents, not just chatbots, but AI that can do things. What makes these models so good for that?
Well, it's not just about being smart, though they are. It's because they have built-in, like, native support for 3 of the big 5 LLMOS primitives. Think of them as core operating system functions for the AI.
OS primitives, okay, intriguing. What are they, like, what can the AI do because of them?
Right. So number 1 is MCP, the Model Context Protocol. That's key for agents needing, long memory, understanding context over complex tasks. Then there's integrated search. So the agent can look things up in real time.
Yeah.
And a code interpreter.
Code interpreter, so you can actually write and run code.
Exactly. Write, debug, execute code all on its own. This deep integration just makes the agents way more capable right out of the gate. They can move beyond just talking to actually solving problems autonomously.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like giving it hands and tools, not just a voice.
Yeah.
And I heard something about webhooks and cookbooks, too. Does that make it easier for developers to jump in?
Oh, absolutely. The webhooks are really important for real-time stuff. Agents can react instantly to like new data or events, makes them much more dynamic. And yeah, the cookbooks are huge for adoption. One apparently shows you how to build a basic deep research agent in like 30 lines of code using MCP.
30 lines? Wow.
Yeah. And another one shows how to use their agents SDK, even setting up multiple agents, like 4 of them, working together on something. It really lowers the barrier for building some sophisticated AI systems.
That sounds incredibly powerful. But there's always a but, right? The cost. We're hearing $10 per 1,000 searches. That sounds kind of pricey.
It is, yeah. That's the feedback from some developers. It's definitely not insignificant. While the capability is high and the pricing reflects that, OpenAI seems to be valuing these integrated agent-ready models pretty highly.
But maybe not for everyone, like hobbyists starting out.
Potentially. It could be a hurdle for smaller teams or, startups trying to experiment quickly. It suggests OpenAI might be targeting more high-value demanding uses for these agent capabilities.
Right. So connecting the dots.
Yeah.
For you listening, this could mean we're moving towards AI agents that are much more autonomous, capable of handling really complex stuff like coding projects or deep research synthesis.
Yeah, think hyper-competent digital assistants or workers. It's like OpenAI isn't just building language models anymore. They're building the foundational operating systems for this next wave of AI.
Okay, interesting. So shifting from these big, potentially cloud-based agents, let's talk about AI that lives closer to home, Google's Gemma 3N. What's the story there?
Right. So Google dropped Gemma 3N, and this is a really big deal, especially for AI running directly on your devices, on-device AI. It's a multimodal model, text, audio, image, video input, text output. But the key thing is it's designed for the edge. Think phones, tablets, maybe smart speakers.
Edge devices. And how efficient is it? Because usually powerful AI needs powerful hardware.
That's what's so impressive. It can apparently run on devices with as little as 3 gigabytes of RAM.
3 gigs. Seriously. For multimodal.
It's a pretty remarkable engineering. It's actually the first model under 10 billion parameters to hit over 1,300 on that LMSys Arena benchmark. So it's small, but punches way above its weight in terms of like reasoning ability. The secret sauce seems to be this new architecture they're calling MatFormer. It makes the model flexible, able to handle different data types, images, audio, text efficiently within one structure.
So it doesn't need separate bulky parts for each type of input.
Exactly. That's crucial for keeping it small and fast on, resource-limited devices. Plus, they've got massive open ecosystem support already. Hugging Face, a llama, MLX, llama.cpp. Developers can grab it and use it pretty easily.
And the image part uses MobileNet v5. Sounds optimized for phones.
Yeah, it's all geared towards mobile and edge performance. So for you, the listener, this means potentially much more powerful AI running locally on your device. Better privacy because the data stays put, faster responses, no need for constant internet. It's quite a step.
Definitely sounds like a leap for making AI more personal and immediate. But the open weight innovation isn't stopping with Google, right? Black Forest Labs.
hmm
They've got something called FLUX.1 Context Dev.
Indeed. Yeah, Black Forest Labs dropped FLU X.1 Context Dev. This one's a 12 billion parameter open weights model, but it's specialized. It uses something called a rectified flow transformer.
Rectified flow. Okay, what does that mean in plain English?
Think of it as a more efficient, more direct way to generate images based on instructions. It lets the model create really high-quality images or edit existing ones based on text prompts much faster and more precisely than some older methods.
So specifically for image editing, and it's open source, how good is it compared to, say, the big closed models like GPT-4o?
Well, that's the claim. They're positioning it as comparable to models like GPT-4o for those kinds of complex instruction-based image tasks, which is, a pretty bold statement for an open model.
Yeah, that is bold, taking on the giants directly.
Exactly. And it's already out there on Hugging Face, supported by tools like diffusers. It really highlights this trend we're seeing, open source catching up fast, sometimes even challenging proprietary models in specific creative areas.
So potentially giving more power to individual creators or smaller studios.
That's the idea, letting them achieve professional level results without needing, expensive cloud access or subscriptions. It could really democratize some of these advanced creative tools.
Okay, so we've got these powerful new tools from OpenAI, Google, Black Forest Labs,
Yeah.
changing what AI can do and where it does it.
Yeah.
But behind all this tech are the people, right?
Yeah.
The researchers. And there was some news there too, specifically involving Meta.
Oh, yeah. This really brings the whole competitive landscape, the talent war, into sharp focus. There are reports, pretty strong ones, that Meta has hired a significant chunk of OpenAI's research team based in Zurich.
A significant chunk,
What?
including some lead researchers.
That's right. Names like Lucas Bayer, Alexander Kolesnikov, Shewa Zai. These are apparently key people.
Wow. Okay, hiring top talent happens. But I heard some buzz that suggested these researchers might have left before their OpenAI equity fully vested. Is that true?
That's the word on the street, yeah. And if that's the case, it really hints at some massive incentives coming from Meta, like compensation packages potentially outweighing millions in unvested OpenAI stock.
Good grief. So Meta is playing very hardball here. What's the thinking? Just trying to bolster their own llama projects.
It definitely signals how aggressively Meta is pursuing, the AGI or superintelligence race. This isn't just adding headcount. It's acquiring very specific, very rare, high-impact expertise.
It makes you wonder what kind of value does someone bring to justify. I mean, we're hearing whispers of compensation in the $100 million range for some top researchers. What makes someone that valuable?
It's a mind-boggling number, isn't it? But it's fascinating because it's not just about their coding ability or what they've published. It's often about several things. First, their ability to attract other top talent, like magnets for expertise. Second, their unique insights that can dramatically speed up progress internally. And third, this kind of exclusive, almost non-transferable knowledge.
What do you mean by non-transferable knowledge?
Like deep operational know-how from being there, boots on the ground, during the original training of foundational models, say, at OpenAI, understanding the dead ends, the tricks, the things that worked but never got written down, that experiential knowledge.
Ah, so it's about bypassing potentially years of trial and error.
Exactly. It's about buying time, buying accelerated progress. In this race, getting to the next major breakthrough months or even years faster, that can absolutely be worth hundreds of millions to a company like Meta. It gives them a huge competitive edge.
Right. So for you listening, this just underscores the sheer intensity of this battle for the best minds in AI. Time to market is everything, and companies are willing to pay almost anything to shorten it. So quite a day. We've covered OpenAI pushing agent capabilities with its deep research API, basically building an AI operating system. We've seen Google making powerful multimodal AI practical for your devices with Gemma 3N.
Yeah, and Black Forest Labs showing open source can compete head-to-head in specialized areas like image editing with FLUX.1, and then, of course, Meta making these huge strategic talent grabs, highlighting just how fierce that competition really is.
It really paints a picture of rapid acceleration on all fronts.
It does, and it kind of leads to a thought, maybe a provocative one, for you to consider. As these AI models get so much more powerful, but also more accessible, capable agents, powerful AI on your phone, what new responsibilities emerge, not just for the Metas and Googles building them, but for us, for the
Yeah.
users? How do we choose to integrate this level of intelligence into our work, our lives? How do we navigate that?
Hmm, that's definitely something to chew on. Lots of power, lots of potential, but also new questions we'll all need to grapple with. Keep exploring, keep asking those questions, and keep thinking about where all this is heading. We'll be right here to deep dive into it with you next time.